Alright, back for part 3. For this inner smooth part is called the race. Alright, the back one is bigger than the front. This brand new bearing, I haven't greased it yet. They rest inside this race. And that's what as you can see before I pulled it out, that's what your hub rides on. So what we gotta do is grease these new bearings up, which is the sloppy part. Then I'm going to take this block and I'm going to seat this grease seal. Now this grease seal goes in rubber side up, even though, well, let's see, maybe hollow side in would be a better way, because it definitely has a hollow inside. That goes on there. You want to gently tap it so it rides straight down into your back of your brake hub. But first, we gotta get a little messy. Now, I don't care what you put on, however you try, you're gonna be a mess, because this is a messy job. But you can do it, or you can reach in your pocket and have somebody else put some rubber gloves on and put some grease in their mitt just like I did and work it around like I'm doing now. See how all that grease is coming right up into them wheels, greasing all the way around. I gotta watch my Mickey Mouse watch. I bought that before they went crazy. And you want to force it all right up inside these hubs, or these bearings. Never had no grease, so all you do is just grab a palm full of that junk, work it, put on some clean gloves. You don't want to be contaminating your grease, and just work your way around. Make sure you're sucking and pushing it up, not sucking, push it right up in. It's sloppy. That's okay. It's alright to get sloppy once in a while. I went to the auto parts store and they said, hey, I need some paper towel. And I had 2 rolls, which was all I needed. They said, well, why don't you buy them 2 rolls for the same price and you get 2 hand cleaners, 2 orange pumice hand cleaners, or whatever crap's called. So that's what I did. Now, can't touch my camera, but you take this freshly greased up bearing and drop it right in there, because you got to do this first. And the cone side goes in. Now, while my hands are gooped up, before I get started on the grease seal, I'm going to grab my inner bearing, which is smaller, and do the same thing. You just put a little tension on it, push down, make sure grease goes in between this inner part and this outer part. See how that's filling in? And it'll push right up through your actual bearings. Then you just rotate it around. No biggie. Right now we're just trying not to get too greasy, because I want to be able to move stuff around. That's why I put gloves on. And let's see, I believe we are greased up for that and ready to go. So I'm just gonna put this right here for right now on the plastic cap. Take some of this brand new grease that ain't contaminated, put it back in the container, because ain't no sense in letting all that go to waste. It's brand new. Be ready to go next time, but next time I won't be able to put it back because it'll have worn out grease mixed in with it, so everything will have to go in the garbage. And then you take your gloves off inside out like that, and you don't get messy. for taking all that first aid when I was working. You know how to take your protective equipment off without getting a mess all over you. Alright, so now we're getting down to the, as they say, the nitty-gritty of it all. My new hub right here, new grease seal. I'll wipe this rim off a little bit, like that. But yeah, crazy boy's still taking. Alright, now this hollow side in, and that seals up that big inner bearing. That's all there is to it. So you make a sandwich. You make a bearing sandwich. Grease seal, bearing, new race, which came in the hub. Then you take your top piece here, your grease seal, or your top piece of Wonder Bread, however you want to refer it, whatever is easy. And then you kind of just want to lay that 2x4 on top of it, nice and easy. And then, if you're like me, you don't have a boatload of shop tools, because what I say, I'm a shade tree mechanic. I got enough tools to do what I need to do. Then you want to tap that, but the goal is to go in as straight as possible. And right now we are looking good. And then you just gently tap. Almost there. It's almost seated. And then you feel it around it. I got no hot spots. I made a nice little ring on my piece of wood here, so I know it's nice and flat. Here we go. The inner bearing with grease seal is in place. Now we take this over and we slide it on to our new hub. So we go this way, walk this way, right? Let's see if I can get you guys to stand up right there. Back down at the scene of the crime. Just gonna put it a bit right there so it ain't riding bare. Okay. We are wrapping this job up. Where's my spinner? Let's see if we can get this. Alright, I see a good picture. Alright, so like I said before, now we're all wires all done, shrink wrapped, lassoed in its little wire compartment, small brake pad up front, big brake pad in the rear. Everything seems to be copacetic in there. So now, take our hub and try to get on here without rubbing the rubber O-ring on that grease seal, and gently slide it into place like that. Now, we got to go get the other bearing and the other pieces of equipment to make this job happen. I'll be right back because everything's on my shelf. casting nut washer. Alright, I'm back. You definitely don't want all your hard work to go to waste. So when you get over here and you're ready to do this, put it up there, then your small bearing goes out here, and it goes and gets pressed into place. Like that. Then you put on a washer, and this is your castle nut, because it looks like a little castle. And that goes on next, right there. You just tighten this puppy up. Finger tight for right now. I don't know who did the brakes last time, but they had 2 washers on it, and the schematic only shows 1 washer. Any way I can pause this, I don't know. I'm gonna try.